There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this workshop with Sam Namias, who is one of the co-founders of CrewFiction. I'm Danica Bloom, and I am the founder of Author Ever After, and I support romance authors, new romance authors, pre-published romance authors to get their books published and sell their books and find their audiences and become authorpreneurs. So Sam and I met a number of months ago, and he came into our community to tell us about CrewFiction and ask us what we would need as authors to make it the best that it could be to be serving us. And within days, he went away and made a whole bunch of changes. These guys who run CrewFiction, they are three guys, uh, they understand marketing, book marketing. So I'm really delighted that Sam's here to talk to us about this. If you are new to publishing and some of us have been around since the teens, the 20 teens, when it was pretty easy to sell books on Amazon because the competition was low, because the algorithms actually supported us. If our book was doing well, they would put our book in front of more people who read books like ours. We had great pages that we could, our book page had our information on it. And then at the very bottom, there would be this line that would say, uh, books like this, or people who read this book also bought this book, also bought another book. Now our Amazon pages are maybe, if we're lucky, 40% our own real estate because they have so many layers of promoting other people's books. So even if
Yeah.
someone lands on our page, there is so much noise to get them off of our page and to buy another book, whatever Amazon is promoting, whatever other authors are advertising. So, what Sam and CrewFiction have done is really exciting to me. And I'm going to pass it over to Sam now so that you can spend an hour not just talking about CrewFiction, but talking about the world that we're in right now to get our books in front of readers because 2026 is not starting out the way 2025 started for us. It's a harder market for us. So over to you, Sam.
Thank you, Danica. It's a pleasure to be here once again. It was the first webinar we conducted a couple of months ago when we connected with some members of Danica's audience, and we decided this time to extend it, to open it up to also more people and see what are we doing in order to support authors. We have a common goal along with Danica to help authors get out there, get more sales, be more efficient, and be more successful. I'll give a very quick introduction of myself, and then share a short story about how we started and what's the main vision of CrewFiction. And then later on, I can share the agenda, and in the meantime, also show you a couple of things that we have implemented and created. Of course, at the end of the session, I'll try to be as efficient as possible. At the end of the session, we will have a Q&A, an open Q&A, 10 to 15 minutes. So for everybody to jump in, either type your questions to the chat box, or unmute yourself, introduce yourself, and express your question. So, my name is Sam, originally from Greece, hence my Greek accent that you all hear. I spent a couple of years in Canada. I was living actually in Montreal, where Danica is also from. The last year, we kicked off a new endeavor along with my colleagues Tom and Savas, who are the founders of CrewFiction, and we are super delighted that they are here today. They were not in the first webinar, but today we are super excited that we have them here. The story started basically 7, 8 years ago, when Tom kicked off one of his endeavors to start supporting self-published authors. The way that he was doing it was to building systems for them, making their work more efficient, and helping them get ranked higher on Amazon and eventually sell more books. In the meantime, we were running another business, which is called Viral Loops. Viral Loops was doing something that's called referral marketing. So in essence, what we were doing was we were trying to support businesses, entrepreneurs, and creators to go viral. Eventually, we sold that business, and after we exited that business in 2022, we decided to connect the dots and connect Tom's expertise into the publishing industry along with our expertise in marketing. By building CrewFiction, we hope to consolidate all tools into one place and allow authors to focus more on writing. Our main goal is to save you time from marketing, which is, we understand, a big pain point because we have conducted hundreds of calls on a one-on-one basis with many of you. And I'm actually excited to see some very familiar names today that we have conducted calls. That's the main goal, to save you time from marketing, make your life easier, and allow you to focus more on writing, which is what you do best. What we're gonna talk about today is a good methodology on how organic traffic actually converts. Then we're gonna share some information about why email lists is the number one sales engine for authors. And this is actually the thing that I want you to keep from this webinar. Why email marketing outperforms other social media platforms and other techniques. To close, we're gonna also show you the best way of having a professional online presence into one space. So for your readers to not get lost and have a central hub to visit your craft. Now what we can do is I can start sharing my screen and tell you a couple of things about how organic traffic actually works and actually converts. Just give me a second to share my screen. Perfect. So is Danica is clear,
Yeah,
Danica?
it's perfectly clear.
Perfect. So it's let me actually show you another screen. Here we are. I think today I would like to express how important it is to create traffic that actually converts. And the biggest mistake that, at least from our experience and from the hundreds of calls that we have conducted and the research, the biggest mistake that authors make is that they're trying to sell books on platforms that they were never designed to convert readers. So the problem is not about visibility itself, it's more about conversion. So social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of these are not sales platforms. They are more like attention platforms. So they are kind of like earn attention, and then an author's job then after is to redirect it and capture it on one place that you really own. So that's why we truly believe that a single author hub matters. And that could be a link, basically, that almost includes everything. And it can take you to your author site, that includes your links, it includes your books, so on and so forth. So one example that I would like to show you is, this is the template of an author website that we have currently. Stephanie is one of the authors that we support since the very beginning. It's also important to mention that we kicked off our endeavors in early February of 2025. We just started with an author website, very, very simple. And right now we have developed it into including reader magnets, ARC campaign, link in bio, and the biggest highlight that we launched in October, which is the email marketing platform. So here you see a simple template with a site with a bio of this particular author, her social media platforms. At the very top, a reader magnet, so a perfect methodology to start capturing and collecting new subscribers, where you can enter your email as a reader and then automatically receive it in your inbox, and then connect it to your Kindle or read it directly to the platform. Then the books that this particular author decided to feature. And as we move forward, book series, genres, tropes, and all the reviews that are available. So what I'm trying to explain here is that we see a central hub that this particular author has included almost everything that somebody needs to know about this author. And this is also connected to her social media. So this is her Instagram page. As you can see, the link crewfiction.com is available on her bio. And then as a result, people who are visiting her social media platforms, they can get redirected to a one central hub that includes almost everything. Now, before showing you the entire platform, I would like to show you also the bonus scenes marketing technique. So this is a technique that we have built in order to attract more readers, and especially the readers who have been emotionally invested. So people who have been reading your stories, reading your books, they always need more stories. So in order to have qualified leads, because this is super important to have qualified leads, we have created a technique that is called extra and bonus content. This is actually right now getting built, and we will be able to launch it in the next 10 to 20 days. And as you can see, is an additional bonus scene that is available on every book. So let's take, for example, this particular book. The bonus scene, as you can see, it is locked. As a result, readers cannot read it. And then just by adding your email address, and then we are able to capture the email address, you are able to read it. You just gained a new email subscriber, by the way. And then by finishing the bonus scene, excuse me, we are redirecting readers to get more free books within our community. So right now at CrewFiction, we have approximately 850 fiction authors who have been onboarded. They have created their author website. They're using their email marketing platform. And of course, they are uploading reader magnets in order to attract new readers. So here, as a gift, we are giving away another free book for the reader who has unlocked the bonus scene. And then as a result, the reader is getting into their library and be able to read the free book, the new free book that they have successfully unlocked. So bonus scenes works, as I mentioned before, because readers are emotionally invested. And that's why CrewFiction was built around this idea to centralize attention and turn casual readers into subscribers and paid subscribers. Now let's go to one super important element, which is basically, the core idea of today's webinar, which is email lists. We truly believe, at least from our experience, that email works better than ads or social media because it's the only channel that authors fully own the relationship with the readers. If there is really one thing that I would like you to keep today from today's webinar is that email marketing is the highest converting channel for fiction authors. And it's because you build direct relationship and there is no need for a middleman or there is no need for algorithm. You own the attention and you own the audience. So that piece of content that I'm going to share right now is especially for people who are aspiring authors and they are about to launch their first book. It's super important to be able to build a mailing list before launch day. And why I'm saying that is because it has stronger launch spikes, it has better Amazon visibility and higher ranking, and eventually brings you more reviews and then later on sales, which is the most important thing. So for that reason, I would like to show you an example of Taylor. Taylor is one aspiring author, as you can see from her bio, who is currently working on her first book. She has built her website here. As you can see, it's empty, emptier at least compared to Stephanie's because she hasn't published yet her books. However, she has added all of her social media platforms. She has added all of her links, and of course, she has the button, the subscriber button. So in order to start collecting subscribers. And last but not least, she has included the genres and tropes. So for visitors to know more about what she's working on. What Taylor has done successfully is, as I mentioned earlier, she has included the link in bio in both her TikTok and Instagram. And on top of that, she's creating content in order to start collecting subscribers. Right now, before launch, she has already collected 250 subscribers. This is a big success in order for Taylor to have a successful launch day. So once the time comes to publish her first book, then she will also have the result that I just mentioned, which is a better launch spike and a higher conversion and visibility into Amazon.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Of course.
This page would be, so there was a question from one of the Savases who registered about how to I think basically this question, how to get your subscribers before you've got your book out. Taylor's page, would you not say would be a much stronger page if she also had a reader magnet on it so that when people land there, they can then get a taste of her writing? So it's a much more, well, there's a give. There's not just an ask in it. She's not just saying, hey, give me your email. I will give you
Exactly.
this. And then you'll also get to see what my writing is about and hopefully get excited about the story that I'm going to be sharing with you soon.
Yeah, that's a great point. Reader magnets is always one of the best methodologies to have, for sure.
And is that something that she could put on this page if she had one?
Of course, yes,
Cool.
absolutely. And I'm actually going right now to show you how everything works in terms of adding reader magnets. Before, yeah.
But also we will also announce something today that will help authors get more readers. So yeah, we will get back to that in later on.
Yeah.
That.
That's actually a great point. Thank you, Tom, because I forgot to mention at the beginning of the webinar that at the end of the webinar we will be very happy to announce a special offer that we have been working very hard the past few days. So for those of you who will still stay until the end of the webinar, we have something special to announce. I just wanted to show you some best practices from some successful authors that we have been collaborating with the past few months. And before going into more technical stuff and show you how you can upload reader magnets and use the email marketing platform, I wanted also to mention something that I have included in the discussion agenda, which is called 1000 True Fans. It's a principle that ties directly to the 1000 True Fans idea. It might not be 1000, it might be 500, it might be 2000, but the concept is that you don't need millions of readers in order to make an income. A true fan is defined as someone who will purchase everything and anything that you write, They will drive 200 miles to see your event and see you in person. They will set a Google alert to make sure that they will not miss your launch day. These are the true fans, and this depends on you to create and own that relationship with these 1000 fans. And email is how you build that relationship at scale, one reader at a time. So I just wanted also to share that from our personal experience that we have authors that we're collaborating and they're not having 10,000 or 20,000 subscribers, but they're still very successful.
I just want to expand on that. Like,
Mhm.
as you authors know, like the first month of launching a book is very important. And this is where Amazon understands like to which readers to show your book. So sending your super fans initially at the first days of the launch is how Amazon is also trained to what kind of readers are interested in your book. So owning 1,000 fans not only will help you climb on the ranks and get more seen in the bestseller lists, but will also help Amazon understand what kind of readers are interested in your book and show it to them also.
Excellent. Thank you for the additional point, Tom. Appreciate it. So, since we talked a lot about email marketing, and before I close this chapter, I would like to show you what we have built in terms of email marketing, and then I'll take you to the author side and the customization part that was also asked in the chat box. So, the problem that we're trying to solve here is that most email service providers are quite complex and they're very generic. Our differentiator factor is that we're building an email marketing platform dedicated to fiction authors. And that entails processes and workflows that only fiction authors run. So with a very simple button, we go to the send email newsletter. And right now is what is available, but I have a small surprise for you right after I finish with this short presentation here. This is the editor. With a very simple button, you can just select the books, and then the moment you select the books, we are pulling automatically all of the books that are available from this particular author. So here, let's say that I want to feature this book. I write the description, and it is right in my email newsletter. The same goes for, let's say, a button. I'm creating a new button text. Here it is. Of course, we have an editor where you can play and add links. You can add headings. You can add paragraphs. You can add bullet points, you name it. You can design your newsletter according to your liking. We have already some predetermined themes that you can pick, or you can play with the background and edit it the way that you like. Then, of course, we have added header and footer options where you can upload your image, you can add your title, your subtitle, you name it. You add your social media platforms, and overall the process is super simple. And this is our main concept. We try to make things simpler than they currently are. Then moving on, you can add the preview text if you like. You can change the email that you will receive responses to. And of course, you can also select a particular segment to email if you would like to email actual readers, free subscribers, ARC readers, so on and so forth. You can select it from here. And last but not least, send a test email in order to make sure that everything works perfectly. Then at the review page, you schedule it or you send it right now. Now, in addition to that, I would like to show you
I want to interrupt
something
you while
that,
you're still over there because this is really, really exciting. The segmentation
yeah,
that you just showed. So does that
yes,
mean that when someone comes onto the list from downloading either my bonus scene or my reader magnet, they get dropped into a specific list so that I
a
can
part,
communicate with them
exactly.
specifically? Oh my God, that's so great. Sorry, I didn't realize this. That was the bane of my life over on MailerLite. Like it drove me nuts having to create all these different lists. It was so confusing. This is amazing.
Exactly.
Actually, because we've sent like thousands of emails, like promoting authors. Like all those little pain points, we try to simplify them. For example, multiple links from like going to UK, Canada, like it's automatic. Finding the segments is automatic. Like we're also preparing a way to see who clicked which book and create segments on, okay, send this kind of email only to the readers of this book, for example, for series, right? So these are things that generic email platforms do not care about, but we do care. So that's what we're trying to do, make it easy for everybody.
It's amazing. I mean, the fact, yeah, you're the only ones that I know of that specifically have looked at what authors need. The rest of us authors are like less than 1% of the clients of other email service providers. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Danica, because actually it's a great point. I was about to go on something else and then come back to the subscribers, but since you and Tom have mentioned it, I would like to show you a quick representation of how this looks like. So exactly that's the point, to organize your subscribers based on their status, based on where they are coming from, based on their activity, based on their categorization. So here we have all the available segments that you see, and you can actually import subscribers based on that. So a very common pattern that we see lately is that people who want to migrate from a previous email service provider, they can assign subscribers to a particular segment. So they can come here and let's say that I have 1,000 free subscribers, 500, 300 ARC readers, and 100 actual readers. You can assign them to a particular category. But not only that, what's the most important thing for us, as mentioned so far, and I'm pretty sure that I'm repeating myself, and you all know how important email marketing is right now. We have created filters for that reason, so for you to do a more targeted marketing. So here you can identify the readers that you have based on the subscriber type, the email engagement, meaning that people who have been opening your emails or people who have been inactive, based on activity on Amazon, meaning people who have not been clicking on your books or they have clicked once or 5 times, and where they came from. As correctly you mentioned, Danica, here you can find people who came from your reader magnets, from your back matter links, or people who have been imported by you. And then by applying the filters, you will come across the number of subscribers that belong to this category.
That's the point on intent, because Danica, yeah, it's actually pretty useful. You don't want to send your new book to freeloaders, and you don't want to overwhelm new readers that have never clicked, or readers that are drifting off. You probably want to re-engage with them with a free book or an offer, and then keep your high intent readers to support your launch.
Exactly.
Thank you. Like we're really excited about what we're building, and thank you so much. Very good words.
And now that we also showed a little bit about the subscribers, here is the campaigns page. So here is where we automatically save, a campaign that you have been working on but you haven't finished, in order for you not to lose your work. And also, you see here at the bottom campaigns that have been published. And for that reason, we are giving some stats, such as how many emails were sent, what percentage of people opened it, and what percentage of people clicked. On top of that, I would like to mention that we are working very hard on doing also advanced analytics. So we are gonna dig deeper on that, and once you send an email newsletter, you will be able to see which particular link received, for example, more clicks than the other, and based on that to come up with conclusions and a more targeted marketing.
Also, another thing that's coming is like, for example, per reader, how many bonus scenes they got, because this is a a way to understand how many books they read or how many books they clicked. So understanding your actual super fans and if they're drifting, etc.
Exactly. And that takes us to our long-term vision, which is CrewFiction becoming your future book marketing assistant. Our central hub will act as your decision maker, as someone who will consume data and will report back to you on what's going on based on the data. And for that reason here, we also have some basic stats, meaning how many people visit your page, where do you stand in terms of subscribers, and how many Amazon clicks you have right now. And I think the time has come for me to take you to the most exciting feature that we're actually launching in the next 10 days. And I believe that this is the feature that will make us a complete email marketing platform. And that's, of course, automations and a feature that will save you tons of time and will be able to automatically generate a welcome sequence, for example, which is super important based on all of the calls that we have completed. So here we are starting the process. Let's say that I want to include a welcome email. And in order for me to start, I need to pick 3 books that I have published. And then in a matter of seconds, our system generates a 5-step process that you can, of course, customize it, right? So this is a template that we are creating for you in order to make things easier and save you time from generating this content. As Danica mentioned very well at the beginning, we are marketing experts. We have been doing that for many years. So we want to convey that skill and information to you. So here we have when somebody, the system is triggering when somebody, a new subscriber is joining your mailing list. And then the first step is to give a reader magnet, right? How can you capture the attention of the new reader to give him or her a free book? So this is the first email. Then you can customize it again, waiting for 2 days, wait for 3 days, a week. You customize it. You are the final decision maker. This is the step number 2, which is sending the first email with 1 book. Then moving forward, another email after, let's say, 2 days with another book, which has been picked at the beginning of the process. Step number 4, the third book. And as you can see, this has happened all automatically, right? This email was generated automatically for you. But again, you can come here, you can edit it, you can make whatever you like. You can remove that book. You might want to add something else or just say hello to your readers. And last but not least, a final step number 5, which is a question that you're asking to your reader if they would like to become part of your advanced reader copies team. And yeah, that's the first step to automations. We're building many more automations actually, along with the bonus scenes that you just saw. But on top of that, I would like to mention that thanks to all of the calls that we have conducting the past year, we know how important group promotions and cross promotions are. So I'm very.
Before we move on, this is the first automation we're launching, but we will create more automations. For example, something that was really hard, like from our experience, was creating 1 automation per bonus scene, and like creating the welcome sequence for readers that just finished a book. So we're building automations that, for example, if you read the first book and get the bonus scene, then the automation automatically promotes the next book. Or if you read a standalone book, it automatically suggests books that you haven't read. So we try to remove decisions from authors in order to help them focus on writing. And this is something that Dr. Donna said also, like my brain feels relieved and excited, and that's what we're aiming for. So yes, thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. So yeah, it's an exciting time because, as I was mentioning earlier, once we will, continue developing automations because we know how important it is, we will also be able to launch group promos and cross promos, so for you to participate and eventually become a complete email marketing platform. Now, last step. I still have 7 minutes before I open the floor because I really want to dedicate some time and answer questions myself, Tom, and Savas. But before I go there, I would like to mention one last thing and one very important element of having a successful career. Either if you are at the beginning of your career as an author or you are more established. We truly believe, based on our research, that before a reader buys your book, they decide whether they trust you. And your online presence plays a bigger role than what you think. So for that reason, one blocker that we see is how the online presence looks, how easy it is to find, how easy it is to read, etc., etc. So our thought process goes as follows. We want to create a professional author site in a few seconds. The process for you to join CrewFiction takes between 2 and 3 minutes, depending, of course, on the books. But either if you have one book published, 0 or 100, what you see right now is getting created in a matter of minutes. And your site becomes your central online hub, your newsletter getaway, your ARC and reader magnets home, etc., etc. So what you see right now on your screen is the author website that is getting created. Excuse me, just to open the window. Here we are. So what you see right now is, the author side that you can, in the middle, you can customize it. On the right-hand side, you see a preview of how it looks before it's published. So it's basically what I was showing you here for Stephanie, but here is the backend. So you customize it according to your preference by adding an image, writing a short bio, here adding all of your social media that are available. Moving on, and most important, and answering Danika's question earlier that, for example, Taylor didn't have a reader magnet. Here is where you can add your reader magnet. With a very simple process, we accept either a doc or EPUB. You can come here, add the reader magnet, and of course, generate the most important thing, which is the welcome email. With a very simple process, you customize it, and then the moment you get a new subscriber, they will receive automatically in their inbox the reader magnet. People might prefer not to have a reader magnet and have just a simple sign up, but we always suggest it's a good idea to have that. And as I mentioned earlier, everything happens automatically. So the moment you add your pen name, this is everything that we need. The moment you add your pen name, you see that all of your books are getting appeared in the list. You can customize the ones that you would like to feature just by selecting the checkbox or remove them. And since we have been receiving feedback and we are trying to listen as much as possible, we added also retailer links, which is something super essential, we understand, for authors. So instead of only sending readers to Amazon, you can also use all available retailers. Either you have a shop, an online shop that you have, so you enable it and you add your link, or adding links from Apple Books, Kobo, Barnes & Noble, etc. And of course, we also support audiobook versions. So you can come here, add your links for the audiobook versions. Moving on the series with the same rationale, genres. So here, let's say that I would like to search for romance. All of the results that include romance, they're coming up. I'm selecting them. They're coming part of my site, and also helps us build group promotions, because this is how we're going to to generate them, tropes, and last but not least, something super important for you, reviews. The reviews are coming automatically, and you can, again, with the same rationale, select the ones that you would like to show. And here is how you can customize the link in bio. You can add unlimited links, so for your readers to have everything into one place. I think that's all. I would like to close by, saying only a few words about the vision, which I think has been mentioned already. But I would like to zoom out and, mention that we're building CrewFiction. So, as I mentioned earlier, to become your future book marketing assistant, not another tool. The goal is simple: to reduce guesswork and help authors make better marketing decisions automatically. So imagine a system that knows when to launch a new campaign, suggest the right campaign, when to send a new email, optimizes subject lines, so on and so forth. And we are going to do that by consuming data and by growing the product further. Yeah, so I think Danica is a good time to open the floor. What do you think?
Yeah, and there's conversation going on. So yeah, why don't we stop sharing screen and then bring folks
Yeah,
in?
I'm very sorry I couldn't follow because I was,
Oh no,
focusing
you
on the
were Tom was
presentation.
following. It's all good. Tom was following. I was in there.
Yeah, Tom, I'll
Yeah.
tell you something. Tom has all the answers. I'll tell you that for a fact. So
Okay, so the one thing I want to answer is first of all, if we are replacing book funnel and story origin. So the idea here is to remove the need for authors to do plumbing between different services and consolidate metrics, etc. So we will create solutions for pretty much everything an author needs, from data to giveaways to author swaps to ARC campaigns, like all that. So yes, we will be something that can replace book funnel and story origin. We'll have an announcement on that in a few minutes. That's the one thing. Now regarding ARC and freebies, like we are a very author-oriented platform where we ask for feedback and integrate things that authors tell us. So regarding ARC, if you think it's important to limit that, yeah, we can do that. It's not that difficult. Now regarding the freebies, I wanted to mention that it's actually a good thing for something that we probably need to write an article about that. It's net positive for authors to give books for free, because if they like the book, they will buy more from you. If they don't and they're just looking for freebies, they will find freebies. There are many freebies around there. So we can protect freebies, and we will protect freebies, but essentially all the money the authors do is on repeat purchase. So the whole idea is to get readers, have them like the book a lot in order to subscribe to the list and then buy more books from you. So I don't know if I answered the question.
Let me see if what you're saying is right now there's, so on BookFunnel, for instance, you can a link can work such that you have to put an email in to get the download.
Yeah.
You don't have that right now, but you could add it.
No, we have that. Like you need to subscribe.
That, yeah. Okay.
You need
so it already exists then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I did not understand that.
I just want to make a point on free books, because I think that it's the way to grow, like giving free books. That's what I want to say. That's it.
Yeah. And to put a little bit of an education in there, the way you grow is at the back of that free book, you have another link to the next
Yeah,
book and to join your email list. So if someone did get the book without already being on your email list, they'll have an opportunity to get there. Yeah.
exactly. And something we're really excited about is that this space, like the space of writers, is the one of the few spaces we know that authors do not compete with each other. Like it's better for authors to cooperate rather than compete. So, like for example, in this call there are 16 people. If these authors here cooperated to support each other on launch, all authors will make more money. Especially if, because what Danica said was spot on. If we can ensure that these authors are actually genre readers and they're not random and confuse Amazon. So this is something that we're working on.
One of the other things I just want to like remove your spotlight here. One thing I also want to say, I noticed it, Sam, when you were sharing, I thought it was interesting the number of clicks over to Amazon. This is really important, more and more important. And one of the reasons ads are becoming, if ads aren't perfectly targeted, then they can actually be doing you damage over on Amazon, because as Amazon sees the number of people who click on your book and then go away from it without buying, it's like a black mark against your book, and you get enough of those, and Amazon literally just stops recommending your book. So having that extra layer, the recommendation now is when we're running ads, is to put that extra layer in so that the first, it is a little bit of friction, but the friction means the person who clicks the link doesn't go to Amazon and then click off your book and put a black mark. It goes to another site, for instance, CrewFiction or your website, wherever it is, and then they make that second click because they're like, oh, I am interested in this book. So the number of people who land on your retail page on Amazon are going to be much more likely to buy your book, which tells Amazon that this is a book worth promoting. So it's really more important this year than it ever has been to make sure that those clicks getting to Amazon are coming through a vetted, a vetted process.
That's
Exactly.
that's an amazing point, and I wanna mention a few things more on that. Like essentially, what we call about ranking and in keywords, etc., is a competition of click-through rate and conversion rate for this keyword. So Amazon just wants to minimize the time that somebody searches to actually buy and then read the book. So that's what they're doing. So if you're telling Amazon that this book, as Danica said, this book does not convert, then why Amazon recommend it on emails? They won't. So it's very important to separate engaged readers and super readers from generic freeloaders.
And that is also connected with the 1,002 fans principle that we mentioned earlier, that you don't necessarily need hundreds of thousands of people. You need qualified leads that are engaged readers. Awesome. I think we are receiving some more questions. Let me see that. Let me confirm that we have answered all of them.
Okay, so you haven't mentioned the email that you send out, the tea and, is it tea and literature? Tea and
The tea and cakes.
tea and cakes, tea and
Yeah,
cakes. Ah,
tea and cakes. Yeah, it's
So
it's our blog.
that's one of the ways that you promote the books, and it's for of authors, right?
Correct. We send it out every Sunday, and we usually feature five different authors on a weekly basis who are becoming part of our community. It has quite significant traffic right now. approximately 15,000 subscribers that we have.
Nice.
And it's a way for us to support more the authors by generating some traffic and expose their books out there to our subscribers. And on top of that, we are also creating a listing. It's something that I didn't show you right now in the screen, but once we create your author profile, automatically we are also creating a listing of all of your books that is available on the crewfiction.com. So these are two different things. You have your author central hub that you can customize it and add whatever you like. But at the same time, we have the listing that is becoming part of the crewfiction.com. And this is how we are gradually creating the community of CrewFiction.
So 15,000 readers is fantastic, like given that you're not even 1 year old yet. I have a question. Is that reader list segmented? Do you know which ones of them are clicking on the romance books versus the sci-fi books, or the steamy romance versus the sweet romance?
Tom, would you like to take that?
Yeah, right now is more of a currently is more of a discovery platform. We're just mentioning authors in a curated way. But what we're planning to do is to actually create segments like BookBub, for example, where we send for specific genres, or we allow authors to recommend each other and have platform emails, but send on the name of the author, right? So we want to do the heavy lifting for the author and create a platform-like experience for readers. So just to answer a few questions related to that, right now the CrewFiction is mostly about engaging with your own readers. So getting your readers into your website and into your list. But what we're going to announce in a few minutes is author giveaways, where authors can cooperate with each other and get more and more readers. So it's the author swaps you already know from other platforms, but reimagined, because as you said, most platforms started back in 2020 and stayed there. So we want to do something more there. Just to, for example, most giveaways we've seen are a mix of get 80 free books. So these are not readers, these are freeloaders, right? We want to get readers that actually are interested in the genre. And then see inside the platform, we're going to have different segments from readers that came from back matter links and readers that get from promos, because we don't, as Danica said, we don't want to mix those two. I'm a bit confused with all the Savases. I love Savas, but there are too many of them in the chat. So if I haven't answered anything, if I forgot anything, please let me know. So yeah, is there a way you can pull email addresses into sales genres? Yeah, correct. This is the idea. The idea is for authors to cooperate and pull readers to everybody, pretty much. And regarding baby authors, it will help them. We're also preparing solutions for authors that start right now. Our previous company that we sold was about giveaways, and was giveaways about startups, companies that were just starting out and they were going viral. So this is what we're building here also, how new authors can find ways to get audience. That's the idea. And yeah, there will be a central pool also. And in the initial giveaways, we will work closely with the authors to help them specifically, not from a product perspective, but also ourselves.
Yeah, so a question on Lisa's question about how it will help a baby author. If you're a baby author and all you've got is your reader magnet, will Tea and Cakes also feature reader magnets in the email that you send out to your 15,000? Or is it only books for sale?
We're planning also to like have reader magnets, but not only in the tea and cakes, but also have dedicated newsletters for per genre, for example, like
Okay,
discover free books on paranormal, for example, right?
got it. Perfect. Yeah, if anyone hasn't subscribed to Tea and Cakes, it is a really it is very nicely designed and it's very well targeted. So when it lands, if you know that you want to scroll it because it looks good.
Thank you, Danica.
You've got minutes. Well, here we are at the top of the hour. So I know there's a little bit more you want to talk about. Let's get to that. If you've got more questions, Sam is available by email. He's very responsive, although he doesn't respond during my time because he's in Greece and he's always asleep by the time I get to it. So just keep that in mind. But Sam is really responsive to questions if you've got
Yeah,
any.
of course, anytime. And I'm going to include also here my email address. And I would also like to mention that for the past 1 year, the way that we have managed to grow so fast and to build a very unique product is by listening to you. So we can also schedule a quick call, a one-on-one, if you would like. I would be more than happy to offer a walkthrough, answer more questions. We are a small and dedicated team that we take a very good care of you. So feel free to email me or schedule a call directly with me. Again, I'm always available. Gail, you are also great. Gail is one of our favorite authors. We have been communicating for many months now. We love you too. And yeah, I hope you found this insightful. I would like to say a big, big, big thanks to Danica, who is believing in us, and she has the same vision as we have, and she sees the potential. And yeah, we're gonna continue working super hard, delivering great tools, and hopefully help you elevate your craft and get more sales.
And as Danica said, like we want to work closely with authors, and we're not like other platforms that just ignore like authors because they're too small, or like we want to talk to everybody and understand and make the best platform out there.
Yeah, I want to thank you both, Sam, for coming in like in September, October, and taking all of the things that our community said we would need to make CrewFiction an obvious, like a one-click buy for us. You did everything and then so much more, and I'm really delighted to see all of the new progress. How well you listen to the community, and you folks know. I mean, for anyone who's watched this, there were lots of nuggets of education in here that I hope you heard, right? Like if you don't have your email list, don't have a reader magnet, don't have a bonus scene, aren't segmenting your email, all of these things are kind of must do's at this point if you want to be marketing your books. And I know Sam was focusing on how CrewFiction can help us do that, which is blowing my mind at how easy it is. But even if you're not at that point where you're ready to click and become one of those 10 people, make sure you implement all of the things that he was saying because it is the way forward to get discovered. And it's not getting easier. So any of the tools that we can use, like CrewFiction, are just going to make our lives easier. So we, like you said, we can spend more time writing and less time being marketers. Because really, right now, we are more marketers than writers if we're selling books. So thank you both. Tom, thanks for being there in the chat and answering the questions as they were coming in. Delightful.
Yeah, that helped a lot actually.
Yeah. And I look forward to.
I love talking about all this stuff, so we'll be talking more. Like I loved everything. Like it's great. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. All right. Blog and author appearances. There we go. That would be fun.
Oh, we're gonna do that. We're definitely doing that.
All
Yeah.
right. All right.